So the Supreme Court struck down Donald Trump's tariffs. Let's talk about this shit. What's up, guys? So, like I was saying before, the Supreme Court has officially struck down Donald Trump's tariffs, rating them unconstitutional, and that ruling that they're unconstitutional, and he doesn't have the unilateral authority to just impose these tariffs. Um, this is a big decision, and it's finally showing that the Supreme Court is not just gonna roll over and give Donald Trump everything he wants. And we're gonna first go over the decision, the justices that came to it, and the dissenting opinions. We're also gonna go over Donald Trump's reaction because, as you could expect, he's pissed off. He's basically like, "Hey, I put you mofo's in this position, and now you guys aren't sufficiently loyal and giving me everything that I want." And that's always him. You need to be loyal to him 100%. He doesn't have to be loyal to you. Fuck all that. But no, you need to be loyal to Trump, your emperor, overlord, God King, as Kyle Kalinske says. It fits perfectly for these guys. Um, you just need to listen, follow, do everything that he says, and he'll reward you by not being mean to you, more or less. Um, Donald Trump is trying to rule the government by fear, and he has gone so crazy and destroyed the economy so much that even Republicans, even far right crazies that he's put into immense positions of power around the country, are like, yeah, no, you can't go this far. You can't do this because the country is literally falling apart right now. And we cannot have a president that is just happy and openly facilitating this. So this is also showing around the world that no, we're not in lockstep with this president. We don't agree with him tariffing and destroying your nation's economy. And so that may be some semblance of safe face that America can have in the future. I don't know. But as of right now, the world doesn't really trust America. Donald Trump is too unhinged. And the tariffs are destroying the American economy. Period. 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 To say otherwise is just false and untrue. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch over to the video and let's see what. First, let's talk about the decision, and then we're gonna see what Donald Trump's reaction to the decision is. All right. Okay, guys. This is the initial breakdown of SCOTUS knocking down that those Trump tariffs. So let's see. Let's listen to the breakdown, see what's going on, and then after the breakdown, we're going to see Donald Trump's response. All right.
So here we have it. The Supreme Court has made a decision, and Donald Trump's tariffs are going to be overturned. This is a big blow to the Trump administration. To businesses big and small, it is not a big blow. It's what they have been fighting for. Now, how are they going to get the money back? In theory, it's not complicated, right? U.S. Customs gets money back to businesses every day with little problems. Big refunds, small refunds. However, this is going to be hugely complicated, and the biggest businesses that are the most organized with the biggest lawyers are going to be at the front of that line. But over the last year, we saw scores of small businesses shut down, go out of business because they couldn't manage.
Yeah. So businesses have been absolutely decimated by these tariffs. Um, I know Costco is suing the federal government, and I know Walmart, Target, all these giant retailers that we go to. Oh, they're going to be suing the federal government as well, and they're going to be wanting billions back. This is highly complicated, and it can become very, very expensive. Because if they're suing the federal government has to give them the money. They can't go to these other countries because they charge the taxes from them. It's literally going to come from us, the taxpayer. We're going to have to give another $1 billion check to these industries because Donald Trump and his government isn't going to take it. How else are they going to get it? It's from taxpayer money. We are getting doubly fucked because of this. Yeah, it's going to be great that the tariffs are off and prices can start to come down again, but we're going to be fucked again in the long term because we're going to have to pay and bail out these big ass businesses because we pay the government our tax money, and they're going to have to refund these businesses for all the extra taxes that they had to pay. We're not going to get these little checks. Even though Donald Trump said we're supposed to get that $2,000 tariff check. Where the fuck is that? It's fucking insane. It's gross. Let's continue.
The tariff situation. And how about the American consumer? We've been paying up because of these tariffs across the last year. The money is not coming back to us. But when you're saying, look at the markets, they're in the green, because this is a win for business. Now, is the Trump administration going to throw the towel in and say, okay, it didn't work? Absolutely not. We have already heard from the Treasury Secretary over the last few months. They're going to find other ways to employ these tariffs. Are they potentially going to try to win over Congress and get Congress to decide on that? They could try, but it's unlikely going to happen. The midterms are around the corner, and
no, they're not going to try to get Congress on top of the tariffs because they know the majority of the American people hate the tariffs. They know the majority of the American people are tired and upset of paying exorbitant prices and all these high ass interest and inflation fees. They are going to get destroyed in the midterms, and they fucking know it. That's why they're trying to do everything in their power to cheat. Look at my previous video where Kyle Klinsky broke it down. No, they are trying to absolutely fuck the American public, trying to fuck the government, trying to take as much money from the Treasury and American coffers as they can, and then give it all to their rich buddies. And the American people, like she's saying, is paying the price. We're not the stock market being in the green and this being a win for business does not mean it's a win for the American consumer. We are still fucked when it comes down to it. And it is insane and it is gross that no matter what, rich still win and get richer and we still get fucked even when it's something good. It's fucking terrible.
Pretty much every piece of factual data out there will tell you these tariffs are being paid by American business and American consumers. So it's going to be interesting. We saw Supreme Court Justices Gorsuch and Barrett rule with the majority here to make this decision happen.
Good job.
And
Trump is extremely pissed at those guys. Oh my God, especially Amy Coney Barrett because he put them on. He did Gorsuch too. Yeah, he did Gorsuch, Barrett, and that drunk asshole. I'm forgetting his name. The one that was crying on his when he was being grilled. That dude saying I love beer, whatever the fuck he is.
News out of this White House. Big news for American business. These tariffs not happening. I thought you should know.
Okay. Before we get into Donald Trump's response, I'm glad for that breakdown video. It was good. It was good. It was good. But at the end of the day, it should have been a 9-0 thing. We got Clarence Thomas, who is the absolute worst of the worst. Sam Alito, and then that other one. I'm totally blanking on his name. Those are the three that dissented. And it was just... It's fucking gross. We need some sort of rule of law here. We need our Supreme Court to be in lockstep in ruling with the American people and having nuance on the court. But we don't have any of that. All we have is ideological right-wing assholes and then 3 Democrats who are just trying. We need help. The Supreme Court, this decision, it does give them some semblance of a backbone, but no, they're still on their knees to Donald Trump. That's it. Now let's go over and let's listen to his response.
Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
The ones he appointed.
The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic no.
Yeah, because why would they vote for an insane authoritarian and fascist? It would be a yes if it's okay, but no, most of your policies, the majority of your policies are insane and crazy. No.
They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great again. They also are a frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no, no matter how good a case you have. It's a no. But you can't knock their loyalty. It's one thing you can do.
See that? It always comes down to loyalty. He is jealous for anybody who feels like they get more loyalty than him. He says you can't knock the Democrat loyalty for just automatically saying no and fighting against him. That's what he respects. Like, he saw how much he was loving Mom Donnie and didn't give a fuck that he just talked shit about him to his face in the Oval Office. He likes winners and he likes people who are loyal. So, look, fuck Donnie. He is just mad that he's not getting his way and he's crashing out like a toddler right now.
With some of our people. Others think they're being politically correct, which has happened before far too often with certain members of this court, and it's happened so often with this court. What a shame. Having to do with voting in particular, when in fact they're just being fools and lapdogs for the rhinos and the radical left Democrats, and not that this should have anything at all to do with it. They're very unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution.
A massive...
Okay, we're going to talk about Iran in a second, but you know what? Let me break down Donald Trump. Let me get into a bigger video. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, as we can all tell, Big Donnie is crashing out hard, like a toddler, not getting his way, not getting his toy, not getting his little snack. He's upset that these people aren't being loyal to him, and he can't just yell and scream and people just do what the fuck he wants. No, 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 no. Yes, look, SCOTUS is a piece of shit, especially Clarence Thomas, the ringleader of the Republicans. Freaking gross and disgusting. But at least this decision makes it look like they're even sort of attempting to fight back against this authoritarian fascist regime that Donald Trump has implemented on American streets. They are at least trying to show on the world stage that no, we do not agree with this president, so don't make America the pariah. And it's at least maybe even would slow the degradation of the dollar right now. We cannot allow this president to completely destroy America, our standing on the world stage, the value of our dollar, just our country in general. And that's exactly what he wants. And it either he's a Manchurian candidate who is actually trying to destroy America, or he's literally just the worst president of all time. Either one at this point. We need more decisions like this. We need more Democratic members of Congress, more Republican members of Congress. We need more people, period, willing to stand up and to stand against this fascist and authoritarian regime, because it's gross and disgusting. And like I was stating before, even though this is the win, we're still going to get fucked. We're still going to have to pay these tariffs. We're still going to have to pay all these billions to give back to these businesses. We're still going to get fucked. Yeah, prices might come down a little bit, slowly but surely, but like, no, we're still going to be fucked. Look, gas prices are even going up right now. They're just shooting up. So is what it is, guys. Right now, we are at a teetering point in America, and we really, really need some massive, massive change, and we need people in power to fight for it. That's just a fact. All right, guys, like I was saying before, I have some stuff on Iran and that military buildup that we got out there. Hold on to it. I'm going to be dropping that one soon. All right, love you guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Let's grow this channel.